you've written a number of books over the years. I'm curious to ask a couple of questions about that. Which is your favorite book that you've written?
I've got two daughters. And if I were asked which one was my favorite, I'd have a bit of a hard time with that. But to consider, like, what is the favorite book that I've had my hand into, I really don't know. I think Boards That Make a Difference, in its third edition, is probably the one I would have to pick as a favorite, and only because it is the one that most thoroughly covers in a sequential, rational line. It covers the building of the idea of policy governance. I love all of them. I love the one that Miriam wrote with a gentleman named Bill Charney called the Board Members Playbook, where it actually takes a board through what-if situations. Here's something just happened, bang, this kind of event, this sort of danger, this sort of crisis. Now, use the policies of the board to either solve the question or to point toward the solution. Can you do it? And boards would take that, for example, and practice. You know, we have a thing about practice. Armies, rock groups, symphony orchestras, sports teams all practice more than they play. They practice more than they perform. And it's obvious that they do, and they must in order to perform well. Boards don't practice, and the performance shows it. Of course, if they were to practice, they got to figure out what do we practice at, and there's where it hang up. But if you have a policy governance board, they can then practice using what they've got, because boards have a way of sometimes getting fat and lazy with policy governance. It clears up so much silly stuff that they can relax, except they relax prematurely. So this gives them something to use every board member meeting or every second or third board meeting to actually, okay, boom, here's a what-if situation. What do we do? So I think that's a grand thing to do. But I also like the book on corporate boards that create value, that I wrote in conjunction with Caroline Oliver, who's one of the persons who went through the training like Bill Charney did, went through the advanced training. And where we took all the policy governance ideas and put them completely into equity corporate language. Because people have a mistaken idea it applies to nonprofits. That's where it applies. No, it applies to nonprofits, governmental boards that have governing authority like school boards and city councils, and equity corporations as well. Well, like a cool listing board, books. It sounds like I'm doing a bookshelf here, but I love the books. I loved and hated writing them.